Hi everyone on YouTube and all the NFL YouTube prognosticators and football fans everywhere. This is Andrew Warren, back here once again, giving you my thoughts about Week 17 and my picks for Week 18 for the 2024 NFL season. Check it out. First off, before I get to my Week 7 picks, I want to send my thoughts and prayers out to our 39th President of the United States, Jimmy Carter, who recently passed away at the age of 100. And, I'm not a politician. I'm not going to go anything far as that, but you just got to respect our people who are like deaths and stuff like that. I'm more of an independent guy. I'm not really a politician guy or anything like that. You're not going to see me at a political rally or talk about that anytime soon. I'm just like delivering football stuff, but seeing a person's death like that, especially around the United States and America, whether you're a Democratic, Republican, liberal, or conservative, you got to come together for stuff like that. So let's send my condolences out to Jimmy Carter and his family and everyone who was hurt in their lives. And also for thoughts and prayers out to New Orleans with the bus explosion or crash or whatever it was. So that my condolences out to him because they've been through a devastating like that before with Hurricane Katrina. And of course, stuff like this is really a heartbreaking time for them too. So I'll send my thoughts and prayers out to them as well. So anyways, thoughts about Week 17. Good. The good part, straight up, I went 14-2 overall. And Week 17, I'm 188 and 68 overall in the year, so it's pretty good on that one. Straight up, I bounced back from a 500 week to 10 wins. I went 10-5-1, make it 53, 87, and 9 overall in the year. And over and under, probably my best one of the year, 5-2 overall. Now I'm 36, 32, and 2 overall in the year. Maybe I can continue that stretch during the playoffs as well. So, anyways, I'm pretty much in the driver's seat on the straight up. Probably one of the best straight ups I've done all the years of doing this. So that's pretty amazing on that one. Maybe against the spread as well. So I would argue with that as well. So, anyways, that's a good way to start the world with that. But Kansas City and Pittsburgh, it was just another week, though. Now, Patrick Mahomes, ironically, first time in his career, he's not selected in the Pro Bowl. So that's really tough on him. But hey, it's a living process. I mean, Tom Brady never made it to a few Pro Bowls in his career as well. So, Baltimore and Houston. Well, Baltimore did some Baltimore things, but ironically, the only points that Houston got was on defense, and that was a safety. Pretty much simple as that. Seattle and Chicago, probably one of the most defensive games we've seen in a long time. They met with two bad offenses. Pretty much. Chargers and the Patriots. Now my Patriots are in the driver's seat for the number 1 pick. So I'm not saying we should go for the number 1 pick. Or I'm not gonna say tank for that game for a reason. But I'm just saying we're in the driver's seat with that. But no matter what we win or lose next week, definitely keep in mind what we should really think about. I'm not saying to lose, or I'm not saying to win. Ironically, we'll get to the Patriots in a bit with my picks, but I'm just saying now we're in the driver's seat for the number 1 pick. I'm not saying to do it, but my case, just because you're the number 1 pick doesn't mean it's going to pan out that way. Sure, you may get the number 1 option to see what the best players are, but just because they have this stats in college doesn't mean they're going to have that great stats in the NFL. So they got to think really hard about this once they get the number 1 pick. And personally, this could be so crazy, but maybe we should trade down for at least number 2 or number 3 and just maybe get a bunch of picks in return or something like that. I don't know. That's just my take on that. I'm not saying to do it. I'm not saying, but no matter what, I still think that one person I got in mind is Hunter from Colorado. So I think if we get around in that area, and get a couple picks in return, maybe, just maybe. But I'm no general manager or any NFL scout at all. So don't quote me on that one. So, but maybe possibility on the offseason, I could do be a draft over. Doing a draft selection? Maybe. I thought that was the thing I was thinking about doing this offseason. Maybe do a draft board and maybe do one round with with no trade and another round with trade clauses. Something like that. I haven't really done that. It'll be my first time doing it. Possibility, but we'll see. That'd be a decision after the season's over. But anyways, continuing on. Cincinnati and Denver. Hey, Cincinnati's on the roll. I would look out for any team in the AFC at this point. Rams in Arizona. Hey, the Rams are holding their own. That's what I can tell you. I think if they win this week, I don't know if they got the division, but I think they'll wrap that up. Buffalo and the Jets. Buffalo's doing Buffalo things. But maybe this is Aaron Rodgers' last game. We'll see. Minnesota and Green Bay. Minnesota's just tearing it apart. Raiders in the New Orleans. Hey, Las Vegas, meh. The Colts and the Giants. Now the Colts lost themselves in the driver's seat for the number 1 pick. But doesn't mean they still need a quarterback, though. Because I think my Patriots have a quarterback. But I just think, with Drake May, but I just think they need more process to rebuild around him. Tampa Bay and Carolina. Tampa Bay doing Tampa Bay things. In Carolina, no hope. Tennessee and Jacksonville. Jacksonville, hey, they got to win. Miami and Cleveland. Miami's holding their own. Philadelphia and Dallas. Philadelphia is on the seat in the division. Washington and Atlanta. Washington get the wild card. Hey, not too bad for them. Detroit and San Francisco. That was a good way to bounce back for Detroit, though. I won't lie to you, but you know. But I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Detroit really needed that win too. Now they need to. Now, if I had to pick 2 teams that are not going to be resting their starters, Minnesota and Detroit, because the winner of that game is going to get that NFC North, and the loser has the wild card. Now, don't get me wrong. Just because you won the division doesn't mean you're going to go to the Super Bowl, but puts you in the driver's seat. Anyways, that's my thoughts about Week 17. Let's get on to my Week 18 picks. Okay, let's kick things off over here with the first Saturday game with Cleveland and Baltimore. Now, Baltimore, I believe they have something to play for with the division, I think. Yeah, they do. They have something to play for in the division. So they're going to be playing their starters. So in this game, Baltimore needs to get a win or they're going to get in the hunt for the AFC North. I will get Pittsburgh in a bit too. That same division because all four of the teams in the NFC North are playing on Saturday. So keep an eye on that. Anyways, continuing on, Baltimore is laying 17.5-point favorites in that one. But here's the twist on that one. I'm taking Baltimore to win in Baltimore, but I'm taking Cleveland plus 17.5 in this game. So over and under, it's 41.5. I'm going to go under 41.5 in this game. Cincinnati and the Pittsburgh Steelers. For this game, Cincinnati needs to win. Pittsburgh needs to win. Both teams are going to be playing their starters. This is going to be a good one to watch on Saturday. So keep an eye on that game. But this is a too close of a call. I'm going to have if Cincinnati wins, I will not be surprised. But on the flip side of it, Pittsburgh needs to win as well. Because I think the winner of that is going to be higher in the wild card and the loser gets the lower in the wild card. Because Cincinnati needs to win in order to keep their playoff hopes alive. They need to get that one win. That's all they need. But I don't know. Pittsburgh needs to win as well. So they're going to be playing their starters too. But like I mentioned, Cincinnati on the roll, better look out. But if Cincinnati wins, definitely be on the driver's seat for Cincinnati in that one. Because they did this before and they got to the Super Bowl and they lost to the Rams. I think it was Super Bowl 40. I forget what Super Bowl. It was a few years ago. That's all I remember when the Rams won the Super Bowl. So it was like Super Bowl, oh Jesus, 56 I think it was. I think it was Super Bowl 56 or something like that. It was some. Now we're in the edge of Super Bowl 59. So, yeah, what can you say? But anyways, that being said, let's continuing on. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers at home against Cincinnati. But on the line, Pittsburgh's favored by 1.5 point. Cincinnati's laying 1.5 point favorites in this game. It's an upset. I'm taking Pittsburgh plus 1.5. Over and under is 48. I'm going to go over 48 in this game because I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Carolina and Atlanta. Atlanta needs... I think Atlanta is up and down. Carolina definitely not. But in this case, I'm going to take Atlanta at home over the Atlanta Falcons, over the Carolina Panthers. But on the line, Atlanta's like 8.5 point favorites in this game. I'm going to take Carolina plus 8.5. Washington and Dallas. Washington needs to win. And if Washington beats Dallas, I think this is the end for Mike McCarthy. That being said, I'm going to take Washington over the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas to win this game. On the line, Washington's favored by 4 in this game. I'm going to take Washington minus 4. The Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Now for this game, Green Bay needs to win to keep their wild card spot alive. But I think they need a win. They need a win, or if they lose, they're out. If that's my mistaken, so I think they're gonna be starting their plays because of that. But Chicago, Chicago needs Chicago may be benching everybody. Or Lake's playing for pride at this point, so I'm gonna take Green Bay over the Chicago Bears in this game. On the line, now Green Bay's favored by 9 in this game. I'm gonna take Green Bay minus 9. Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. This game is much win for Houston. I think if Houston's going to be playing their starters, I think, because I think they need a win to get the division. I don't know if they wrapped it up yet or not. We'll find out by week 18. But anyways, that being said, Houston needs to win. I think they're going to win against Tennessee. I'm going to take Houston over Tennessee in this game. On the line, that game's a pick'em. I'm going to take Houston in a pick'em. Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Indianapolis needs to win too, I think. So they're going to be starting their players. So, anyways, that being said, Indianapolis, I think they need to hold their own and need to win to get a win. But if they lose, that means Cincinnati is going to go in. So, something to think about on this one. So, keep that scenario in there. So, if Cincinnati wins and Indianapolis loses, Cincinnati's in. But if Cincinnati loses, they're automatically out. Indianapolis is in. I think that's how it goes. Or either Denver. So that's some sort of scenario like that. So they have Cincinnati is on a slim to none situation. They need to hold their own to get. If Cincinnati wins, they need to have at least Indianapolis. I think Denver to lose to get in. I think that's what it is. So anyways, that being said, I'm going to take Indianapolis at home, but in this game. But on the line, though, Indianapolis is laying 5 in this game. I'm going to take Jacksonville plus 5 because you never know what could happen. My New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Both teams are probably going to be benching their players. I think, ironically, Drake May's on a concussion protocol again, so I'm not remembered. So we're probably going to see Milton play. So be that in mind. So they said he could be on. They're saying I think he passed protocol, or maybe after protocol, so we'll find out tomorrow. But in any rate, in this one, both players are going to probably be benching their players anyway. So that said alone, this could be a low-scoring game, but nevertheless, I don't think Josh Allen's playing, but if he is, probably play a quarter or two. Keep this. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills over my Patriots to win this game because of one scenario. We haven't played well at home since Tom Brady left. But on the line, Buffalo's favored by 3 in this game. I'm going to take Buffalo minus 3. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and New Orleans Saints. Tampa Bay needs to play all their starters to win the division, I think. I think that's how it goes. Don't get me wrong. But either that and Tampa Bay needs to win, I think. So, and there could be, even if they don't need to win, I think they already locked up the division, I think. So, even if they do, they're probably going to bench their players anyway. But no matter what's going to happen with Tampa Bay, I'm taking Tampa Bay over the New Orleans Saints to win this game because I don't trust the Saints at all. On the line, Tampa Bay's favored by 13 points. You know how I feel about double digit, but this case is different. I'm going to take Tampa Bay minus 13. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Now, here's the key in this one. Kansas City locked the division, which I think they locked up the number 1 seed. So they're going to be benching their players. But that scenario, Denver's not going to be playing there. Denver is not going to be benching their players. They need to win. They need a win. They need a win to get into the playoffs. Otherwise, Cincinnati, if Cincinnati wins or the Colts win, one of the two are going to get in. It's all going to how the Week 18 is going to play out. That being said, I'm going to take the upset in this one. I'm going to take the Denver Broncos at home over the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, technically, the Denver's favored. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But I'm going to take Denver Broncos at home over against Kansas City Chiefs. On the line, Denver's favored by 10 in this game. That's too many points. Even if Patrick Mahomes plays, that's too many points, though. I'm going to take, even with the good defense Kansas City has, I'm going to take Kansas City plus 10. The LA Chargers and the LA Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, same scenario. The Chargers, I think they need a win too to get into the playoffs. I think they do, so they're going to be starting their players. Oh, here comes I got a visitor. Here's Bella. I think she wants to hear what I have to say about the Chargers and Raiders. Come on, Bella. Be a good girl. Okay. All right, you can be on Daddy's lap. All right. Anyways, that being said, the Chargers need a win, or they're not going to get in. So I'm going to take the LA Chargers over the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas in this game. On the line, the Chargers are favored by 5.5 point favorites in this game. I'm going to take the Chargers minus 5.5. The Seattle Seahawks and the LA Rams. The Rams, they wrapped up the division. I think they already did that, so they're going to be benching their players. But I think Seattle needs to get in the wild card spot, if I'm not mistaken. So they're going to be starting their players. So I'm going to take Seattle over the LA Rams in this game. On the line, Seattle's favored by 3 in this game. I'm going to take Seattle minus 3. The Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Now for this one, Miami, I don't know if they're in the playoffs or not. I think they're out, if I'm not mistaken. So they could be starting their players, but as for the New York Jets, they're not in the hunt either. They're not in the hunt. So, but it's, on the flip side, this could be Aaron Rodgers' last game. I just hope he doesn't pull off a Brett Favre on that one. But anyways, that's another topic for another day. But anyway, for this game, this is going to be, I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins over the New York Jets to win this game. On the line, though, Miami's favored by 1 in this game. I'm going to take Miami minus 1. The San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Now, if I'm not mistaken on the NFC side, I think the Cardinals need a win. So they're going to be starting their players. San Francisco's automatically out. So I think they're going to be benching their players for next year. So I think Arizona needs to win to get a wild card spot. So I think I'm going to take Arizona over the San Francisco 49ers to win this game. On the line, Arizona's favored by 3 in this game. I'm going to take Arizona minus 3. And for Sunday Night Football this week, the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. I had a really hard time with this one. I was debating back and forth. So anyways, continuing on, I think Minnesota want to look for redemption. What happened in Week 7. So when they had that great shootout against the Detroit Lions. So keep that in mind. It's real simple in this one. They're both going to be starting their players. Win against the division, lose against the wild card. But I think, but, there's a but in this one. If they meet in the NFC Championship game, I will not be surprised at all. Or meet in the playoffs again, I will not be surprised. This is going to be a great duel. This has been a really great duel to look at. But I'm going to take a massive upset in this one. I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings to win and get the NFC North. Take that away from the Lions. And not only that, I think they're going to take the NFC, take the number 1 seed as well. So, a lot to play for in this one. And so, I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings over the Detroit Lions in this one. I know there's 2 prognosticators who are big fans. Both recently had birthdays as well. With the Geo knows with the Minnesota Vikings and half moon picks with the Detroit Lions. This is going to be a fun one to watch. So, hope you guys enjoy that one. But anyways, This is going to be a really fun game to watch. I'm looking forward to take one game out of this week. That's the one game I'm looking forward to. So, anyways, like I said, I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings to win over Detroit Lions in Detroit. And on the line, the Lions are favored by 2.5-point favorites in this game. I'm going to take Minnesota plus 2.5. Over and under, it's 56. I'm going to take a sneaky over in this one. Last time they met was over 60. I think they can top that. So I'm going to go over 56.5 in this game. Okay, big shout out this week is Half Moon's Picks. The reason being is he just celebrated a birthday around New Year, so happy birthday, Half Moon's Picks. Well, belated birthday at least. So check him out and the rest of the NFL YouTube prognosticator page in the description down below right here. Until then, this is Andrew Warren signing off saying rock out and Happy New Year. Hope you make your New Year's resolution 2025 a reality.